Good morning. Welcome to Grumpy Sheep Happy Llama. Thank you for showing up to see our channel today, or our episode today. We're coming to you from Eastern Ontario, Canada. My name is Robin.
I'm Sylvie.
And welcome to our channel. Welcome to, you think you're welcome? Welcome to new and returning viewers.
I'm just going to push you over to the side there, Robin.
Oh no. To make us more.
I think that's better.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So, yeah. Normally we talk about our knit-alongs, we talk about our finished projects, knitting-wise, whips, spinning, and then cross-stitching or any other sewing or fiber-related stuff we get and we like to explore, and any acquisitions that we may have. So,
let's get started.
yeah, and we
Sorry, go ahead.
we talk about knit-alongs. Not knit-alongs, what we're wearing, but we're not wearing anything knitted today.
No. No.
Summer has arrived.
Yeah.
So, so our knit-alongs, we're still doing spin the bin. So that's where you put all the fluffs that you may have that you want to spin up, put it in the bin and take the time to spin it from the bin. It's that's what it is.
And it's for the whole year.
Exactly. Then we have knit from our stash down. So you knit from your stash. So whenever you're starting a new project, go take a look at your stash to see what you have before you start. Maybe you've got some nice yarn there waiting for that special project.
And what was it you were saying? It's kind of like sometimes you were talking about Christmas or something, that you go and you see a project or you see some yarn you totally forgot you had.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love it when that happens. Someone else in our group actually was talking about that, but anyways, it's true, and it's happened to me a couple of times. You know, you go to yarn festivals or a yarn shop or whatever, and you end up leaving it in your bag. You don't put it away. It's just hanging in your room, whatever. Well, for me anyways. And when you decide to clean your room, that's when you're like, oh, look at this, I bought this. Isn't this pretty? You know, like
Totally forgot.
I just think it's really awesome. Yeah. So the knit from your stash. And we had the 12 days of cast on that we started in January. So if you have joined us with that, maybe you can keep knitting on those for the rest of the year. No need to finish them by the end of the year, but at least work on them. And what's the other?
Oh, we were going to talk about doing, starting a new thing July 1st.
Yes, so the Besties hoodie, we're going to start on July 1st. Now, Robin was planning on spinning for that particular project, but unfortunately...
Yeah, I'm not going to have enough yardage for even half the amount of sweaters, so that's unfortunate. And I'll show you that in the spinning section. So I'm going to have to use stash.
Yeah, so there you go. So you're gonna hit it twice. You're gonna do the stash down and the Besties hoodies.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's coming July 1st.
We have a thread open for it already if you want to ask any questions or make any posts.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, I think a couple of people, I think one person was Anya. She said, oh, you just twisted my arm hard. So she's just going to have to join in. So that's good.
Yay. Like I said, it looks really colorful on the Ravelry page, but I mean, just think of the colors that you like, and you don't have to be all that colorful neither. You could probably just have a pop of color with the pouches or your hood or whatever.
Or not, or you can just do one color.
Yeah.
And you could do a hoodie, a sweatshirt with kangaroo pockets.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I think it'll just be fun.
I think so too.
I had lots of creative ideas, but they've since vacated my brain, so I think I'm just going to be plain and boring. But that's okay. There's a place for that.
Exactly. And then the other knit-along that we were talking about is in the fall. I think we talked about it on our last podcast. We were thinking about doing knitting accessories or warm accessories for winter, and we were saying maybe do or knit something that you would normally not knit. You know, we're used to knitting toques or hats or cows. Maybe I'll knit some leg warmers because I've never knit leg warmers.
Right. Or maybe you normally make socks, but you want to make, or you don't want to make, but you could push yourself to make knee-high socks, let's say, or thigh-high socks.
Yeah. So we're thinking about that. So that's coming soon. So we'll let you know more about that probably near the end of summer, I guess.
Yeah.
Since we're doing that, we're planning of doing that in the fall. So
I guess we'll get started with our FOs.
Yeah. You got an FO?
I have an FO.
Yay.
So it feels pretty good because I'm actually making progress on stuff.
Yeah.
But I remember I was talking about that sock. And I thought I had finished a sock, but I couldn't find evidence of that finished sock. I found it. So now I have not a hoe, but I have an FO. So these are my socks knit on 2.25 millimeter needles. I use Knit Pro Zings. They're my favorite DPNs to use.
Mm-hmm.
2.25, 68 stitches. Socks, vanilla, my own like thing. I mean, it's simple to just devise your own vanilla.
Yeah.
And the yarn is West Yorkshire Spinners in Kingfisher colorway. And
Nice.
I like it. I think I'm starting to, you know, if we look at pay attention to the colors we show you today, because I think I'm starting to develop a color theme.
Very true.
Which is something I didn't think I had. I have friends and I was envious because I have one friend who's all kind of pinks and kind of like a taupe color and pinks. And so whatever she wears, it matches. And I was kind of like, well, I don't have any color. And she matches everything, browns and pinks.
Yes. Yeah, that's true. I'm really brown and pinks.
Yeah, and so I was thinking, well, I was lamenting about the fact that I'm just like all over the place, and I don't think, but I think I'm starting to gravitate towards the same colors, and I might have a color theme, so I might have clothes that match.
But you do match.
Well, I have to work really hard. It's like a blue t-shirt and jeans, right? And then how old are my jeans? They're like 15 years old, and my t-shirt.
Yeah, but those are the jeans that fit nice.
Well, it's because I don't want to buy more jeans because I don't like them.
Exactly.
Alrighty. So
All right.
Enough of wardrobe woes.
So I also have a finished object. Yay! Socks as well. So these are the, I thought they were the Green Gables socks, but they're called the Anne socks.
Oh.
Yeah, from
Okay.
the kitchen sink
Right.
shop. So yeah, so these were knit with the Outlander colorway from Lola. Lola did it. Oh shoot! See, I totally forgot about that again. There's that little stitch that I need to fix.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the colorway Lola did it had a special a few years back. She had a club for Outlander colorway.
And
So
Sylvie couldn't say no.
no, I could not say no. So so this is one of the colors, and it's hard to see, I guess, in this camera. Oh, you can see that, but there's like some blue stripes to it as well.
It's
So
really pretty.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really nice color.
So I always knit mine with 2.5 millimeters, and for whatever reason, like I mentioned before, I think this was meant to be more on the side, but I ended up putting it more in the middle. Like I aligned my heel to put this in the middle. Anyways,
Okay.
it works.
Yeah.
It works anyways.
That's good.
So that's done, and my whip go for that one is done too. So I'm happy with that. Yes.
Sadly, as I mentioned before, I gave up on my lip go.
Yeah.
I've had to give up on other things because I have priorities that are with my trips.
Yes, and we all understand that.
I hope so. If you don't, oh well. It's life. But, okay, so I guess we're going to do you have another FO?
No, I'm done for my FOs for now. Look at me, eh? That's from yesterday, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I got a farmer's tan.
I've been working on not getting it. But
Yeah.
mine's fading. The farmer bit, yeah. I was putting sunscreen here and then leaving this unsunscreened so I could try to catch up. Anyway,
Yeah.
we're talking silly stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So whips.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have a hoe.
You do?
I do, but it's not a sock. It's a leg warmer.
Mm-hmm.
So there's my leg warmer. So this is the Setta Style leg warmers by
Skinny.
thank you, Skein Deer. We're talking about so many designers before we started this, and I'm all confused. So by Skein Deer Knits, it's a free pattern, and I'm using Lore, which is a beautiful work. And here's the sad thing: you know how much I was saying I love this yarn,
Yeah.
and I wish I had a sweater's quantity. I'm gonna have 3 skeins left over.
After doing that, really?
I thought it would take like 2 skeins per leg for some reason.
Right.
So I had 2 full skeins of a contrast color, and I had purchased 5 of these.
Oh, wow.
And it only takes 1 skein for the main color and not much for this. So
you'll be able to make a sweater, do
a
you think?
vest.
Or a vest? Yeah, a vest would be nice.
I could do a vest at a looser gauge.
Yeah.
I could do like 17 or 18 stitches per 4 inches to use that up. But how sad is that? And of course I have 5 because they always make one for the pot, right?
Yes,
You throw one
just
into
for
the
good
pot.
luck. Yeah.
So I guess now I have a vest that I can make.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, but these fit really nicely. I'm very happy with them. One of the changes I did was I thought that I would have to, because I'm not a tiny person, I thought I would have to increase the size of the leg.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. I did start out bigger to make an extra repeat, thinking I would need that. I knit this 2 pattern.
Oh.
However, at the bottom, I decreased every 4th round, as she says in her pattern, but she said to stop at a certain location, and I didn't. I kept going to 48 stitches.
Okay.
Because if I were making DK weight socks, I would have my cuff at 48 stitches, So that's what I did, and it fits perfectly. So that's just something to consider if you decide to make these, that maybe figure out that you might be decreasing to a lower number than what she states, and it all depends on the way your body is made
Yeah, and I guess how you want to wear it too.
and how you want to wear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there we
Interesting.
go.
Good to
One
know.
hoe. Thank you.
Okay, so I've gotten further along with my Downton socks from Marie-Élise Gaz.
Oh,
So
you're
I
getting
am,
into the pretty part.
yes. So I'm knitting them with Shirley Bryan's What is a Weekend. So that's the one skein and that's the other one. But I've started with, oh, I was too quick, I think. But I've started with this one. So cuff down, I did a 2x2 ribbing, 2.5 millimeters again, and then I followed, or am still following the pattern with, how do you say that? Eye of Partridge?
Yes,
Yes.
partridge heel. Yeah.
I love that. And it's so fitting with this particular pattern, I find. And so I'm just finishing the foot, getting down to the toe.
Excellent.
And I'm hoping and I think that I will be able to get down to the blue for the toe. So, yeah.
I'm gonna have to look at that pattern because I might have sock yarn that would be good for that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So I don't know if you could see the patterning a little bit. There it is.
Nice.
I'm enjoying it. Yeah,
Yeah, it's really pretty.
nice. Thanks.
Yeah, really nice. Alrighty. So I've been focusing on the sweaters that I need to finish for my trip. So this is from Sheep's Ahoy, which is a local seller distributor for Jamieson and Smith and Jamieson and Shetland. And so this is the color. It's 122 mix. I love this color.
Yeah.
Here's the theme. Right? We're coming into the theme. Just pay attention. Anyway, so this is the top. I'm making the Portland pullover by Isolde Teague, but her pattern is designed for DK weight yarn, and I'm using Jamieson and Smith, which is a jumper weight yarn. And so I changed the gauge. I'm just using my gauge, which means I had to do some maths. But here's my sweater. So I finally, remember, I think I was stuck where I was here last time I showed you this.
Yeah.
And so now I've done all this. I've joined the sleeves. So I joined the front and the back. I attached the sleeve holes at the body, and I'm knitting down the body. So now what I need to figure out is if this going to be cropped or is this going to be a full length? Because this is the if situation I'm going into, because I'm trying to figure out how, now that I'm retired and I'm all grown up, I need to figure out how I want to dress, like what's my style, because I don't have a style, because I used to wear a uniform. 20 years I've worn a uniform.
Right.
So now I have to figure out what do I like, how do I want to dress. So I think it's going to be dresses with probably those nice ones like the Hinterland, which would mean cropped sweaters mostly, but I don't necessarily want to stick to that all the time. So then what do I do? So I had a friend, Denise was suggesting get a longer shirt and pull it down. Like if I were to wear pants, I could just get a long shirt to pull down.
Yeah.
So anyway, I still have to figure out that. So I have some sweaters that I've kind of left unfinished because I have to make the dress before I can figure out how long to make them.
Right.
That's not the situation here, but I'm just talking about that conundrum because we'll come into it shortly in my next whip.
Okay, so you're still trying to figure out if you should have it cropped or not for that.
Yeah. Because what are my pros and cons for having it cropped? Am I going to have less usage of it or less wear because it's cropped? Or will it be just fine and I can get a t-shirt, which I don't usually wear t-shirts. So I guess it would be like a tank top underneath.
Yeah, you could wear like a
Along
slip
with it.
type deal.
Yeah. Because I'm not a belly button shower.
No.
So that's not going to be happening. Yeah. So I'll have to figure that out.
Yeah, with a dress it would work, but then if you want to wear it with pants, that's where you're.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I guess I could just wear a different top, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
The tops that I've made already that are long for pants.
Yeah.
Maybe I just shouldn't worry about it, just make it crop.
Yeah. Try it out, see how you like it, and if you don't, then you know, and you never did it again. Or cropped, you know what I mean?
Right.
Okay, my next whip is.
Oh, yeah.
I am still working on the shawl, Autumn's Eve, and it's just a garter stitch shawl, simple shawl, but it's using two colors, so I'm fading in the second color, the brown. And so I'm using the Belle Bouclette yarn, her Jolie base, I guess you could say. So rust and I forget the name of this color, I'm sorry.
Chestnut?
Probably. I thought I had it, but anyway, so I'm using these colors. And like I said, I'm starting to, let me flip this over.
Oh, you need a longer needle.
I do. striping or fading in the brown to it.
Oh, that looks really nice.
Yeah. So where's my V? It's going this way here. And then I'll do some more with the brown. And the border will be some brioche instead of some like ribbing. It'll be brioche. So yeah.
Do you know that when you see the stripe in your shawl here, it looks almost like it's got a green tinge, almost an olive.
That's very true, eh?
Yeah.
And this lighting here.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't know
really
if you
cool.
guys could see that, but
Maybe pull it up close.
yeah.
I don't know. It's really interesting. It's cool how colors interact with each other. Yeah, it looks greenish.
It's true.
Yeah, but here the ball is definitely brown.
Yeah,
So it's just the play between the rest and this.
probably, yeah.
Interesting.
And even the rest, I like how it's got you can see the stripes of the different kind of tones to it.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
Yeah, it's very pretty.
thank you. So that's coming along nicely.
Good. So last time I was talking to you, I mentioned that I found out that where my family comes from in Scotland is, well, it's the southwest part of Scotland, the borderlands, and near Sanquhar. And then I thought, well, if my family had not immigrated to Canada, then I would be probably one of those people making those mittens. So I felt that I needed to make a Sanquhar sweater for my trip. So this is what I've got done, and I put it on pause because of the cropped versus long issue. But that's where I am. You'll notice I'm going to point out my mistake,
Uh-oh.
but I'll fix it. Don't worry. So it's an easy fix. So I forgot to put the little center black dots in here, so you can see I have the dot there. I forgot to put them in the last two repeats of this. But this is a nice knit, and this is using stashed and, well, half stashed and half purchased Rauma Stricka yarn, which is the DK weight yarn from Rauma. But I really love this geometric thing.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be really cool. So it's one of those patterns from the 80s, 90s where you look like a football player. So I'm gonna have to adjust.
Shoulder pads.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to adjust this arm side. But it's bottom up, and then it's just the shoulder, like a drop shoulder. I'm going to be picking up my stitches from here and then going down, but I have to decide how big my sleeves are going to be on my arm side based on the size of my own arm. So again, more math. This is what keeps you from getting dementia, is knitting.
That's true.
Because all the stuff you have to do.
But you're fixing the dot. Are you going to do like a duplicate stitch?
Yeah, I'm going to duplicate stitch it all the way around.
That's smart, yeah.
Thanks. Well, it's the only option.
Yeah.
was
Unless you want to rip back.
No, I don't. I guess that is an option, but no, I don't want to do that. So yeah, that's my other whip.
Okay.
You have one more. Is
One
that the same
more.
bag?
No.
Oh.
Oh, I've got the Knit City Montreal bag.
Oh, okay.
And I've got another Knit City Montreal bag. This was
Oh.
from
Oh, the first time we went.
the first time we went, and this was from when did we go? In May.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and I put it in this bag here because I cast on the I Dream of Paris socks
Yes.
from Joji Locatelli.
I'm supposed to be doing those too.
Yeah. So I saw Jane finished hers.
Mhm.
Yeah, Dreaming of Paris by Joji Locatelli. Jane finished hers, so I was like, oh yeah, I gotta get going on mine. So I bought yarn at Knit City and they're new to me. They're called Rose Hill Yarns. They're out in Alberta. So I got the French color and I got the lavender color. So I thought that would go perfect for this particular pattern.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so I casted these on yesterday. I knit on them yesterday. 2x2 ribbing, and then started the helical part. The pattern says to do something different, but I decided, and so did Jane, I believe, decided to do helical because it's just a lot easier. I also was debating because the pattern was asking for like either 60 stitches or 72, and I normally do 64, and then talking it over with Robin, decided to go with the 72, and then when I started the helical knitting, just start decreasing back down to the 64. So this will sit hopefully a lot better on my foot, or not my foot, but my leg, because I'll have to knit a bit more than usual if I want people to really see it, I guess.
Did you try it on?
I did, and it
Was
does.
it a good plan?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So
That's good.
Yay
I
for
wouldn't
that.
want to give you bad advice.
No. I thought, well, I'll try that and see. You never know. And if it's too loose, well, I'll just
Yeah, redid it.
redid it at the 64 and figure it out that way.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
no.
that's good.
So yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. So I have a whip that's part of an acquisition. So you're going to have a sneak preview of acquisitions, right?
Yeah.
So we went to Knit in Public Day yesterday at Fabrications, and Alley Cat Yarns was there.
Yeah.
And I was harassing poor Melissa because she's a dyer, so she has good color sense, right, over what I have. So and plus I keep choosing the same colors.
Yeah, you want to choose outside of your wheel.
Right. Do you think
colors.
this is outside of my wheel? No. She chose the same colors I would. But she did. It was interesting to watch her go through the selection. So she was looking at everything and she couldn't decide. So I pulled this and I handed it to her as a guide.
Yeah.
And then it was interesting to watch her compare all the different things to find the select. I needed to have 3. I should find out the pattern name. It's a free pattern by Sweet Paprika.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's called Cranberry Biscotti.
Oh,
I
okay.
think that's what it's called, Cranberry Biscotti. So anyway, I wanted to make that pattern for a long time, and then I took the opportunity yesterday with the show and with Alley Cat Yarns there.
Mm-hmm.
So she chose these colors. I'm really happy with it. Was so curious to see how it would work together. I had to cast on, but I have no reason at this moment in time to cast on socks, but I did. So there's how they're going together. I would not have thought to put that light blue in with the teal and the gold, but it looks really nice. I like it. So she wanted to know, she wants pictures, she wants to know what it looks like together. So anyway, I'm loving it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's gorgeous. Love it, love it, love it.
And you got minis for that.
Yeah, because she didn't have full skeins of the sock yarn. She had fancier yarns and I
Yeah.
wanted sock yarn.
Yeah.
So I had to build it with minis. And unfortunately, normally 5 skeins would work to make a pair of socks. But of course, did I look at the pattern page at all to see what I needed? No. So I'm going to need to get 1 more of these and 1 more of each of these because I don't quite have enough. So it's going to take. And then I'll have leftovers. Oh, shucks. Means more gnomes.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah. And so that's the end of my whips.
Yeah, me too. That's it for my whips.
Okay.
I haven't been doing any spinning. You?
Oh, yes, a little bit, but I'm going to have to stop because
Yes.
it's taking too much of my time.
She needs to catch up on her stuff for her trip.
I do. So I will show you. This is something that it's not blocked yet because I was hidden beneath some works in progress. This is my Ixchel. This is a fractal spin, and it's Shetland cashmere silk. Oh, it doesn't say that she has Angora. Interesting. But anyway, so that's one thing. What is it called? It's called August 23 Fiber Club. Anyway, so that's done. I really like it, but I'm going to have to block it. Now I'm going to, remember before I was talking about, I had 5 braids or 5 braids? Yeah, 5 braids from Ixchel, and it was volcanic. It was the Grotander, I don't know how you say it. It's a Norwegian sheep breed,
Oh, okay.
and it starts
Oh,
Gro, G-R-A
yes.
with a circle over the O, over the A, and Trondheimsau or something.
Okay.
And I bought 5 of them, and I wanted to break it up. I thought that I could break it up and have a sweater quantity of yarn. I was wrong. So, but I did break it up. So here are the broken up bits. This is blue, but of course, because the die covers the staple length, you can't break it exactly. So what ends up happening is you end up making kind of your own colors, which is really cool. So there's that. That's supposed to be blue. This is kind of like a purple in here, even though it has orange and stuff in it, because again, I can't quite separate it. And this is green
Oh.
with some yellow and some blue. So again, it'll come out green, but it will be a special shade of green.
Right.
So that's what I'm working on there.
Was that what you were thinking of using for the
Yes.
City?
Yes, it is. So like here is the orange, and the orange had green and blue and yellow in it.
Oh, really, eh?
Yep, so there's the orange. I just haven't applied it yet. So that's the orange.
So you're
And
not
then-
seeing, sorry, the green and blue in it, though.
No, exactly. It's
How
all completely like
Interesting.
I ran it
Yeah.
through
Oh, your
twice only actually.
drum card,
My drum
right.
carder, yeah. And so this is the light blue that I ran through. So it's got different shades in it as well. I can't remember what the shades are that are in it, but this is the light blue So not quite light blue. And it's got, you can see, if you go up close, you can see like a dark blue running through it. It's got parts that are more dark blue.
Yeah, okay.
But I am not going to have enough. So this is like 200 yards. And it's about 100 grams, maybe just under 100 grams. So this is like Aran weight, but I'm not even going to have enough in Aran weight to make the sweater.
That's too bad.
It is. But I mean, I'll use it for something else. I don't know what. But
Something
there's
else
always something, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to show that, but you're not going to see spinning for me for a while, because I really have to, instead of getting up and spinning, I'm going to have to get up and knit.
Yeah.
Because time is running short.
It's true. Time goes by fast. Like already we're like a little bit past, or we're mid-June.
Yeah, today we're exactly halfway to 15.
Crazy, yeah.
I know. I
All
think
right.
that's all that stuff. I think now, well, for me. Oh, you have cross stitch.
Well, I have a little bit of cross stitch, so thank God that we're in the break period for Lola Crow. June 13th, yeah, that's the week of the, she didn't come out with another clue on June 13th because that's the break.
Oh, good.
So that'll give me a chance to work on clue 4, I think it is. So I did manage to work on, oh, and by the way, I got some blue.
Oh, the booby.
For my booby feet. So yeah, so I got some of these birds here by the bird feeder. Again, I didn't backstitch, so it's not quite, you can't really see, it's not really defined, but I will be backstitching soon. And the next one is, it's a big bird, not the big bird from Sesame Street, but it's a big bird that's gonna be going over here that I need to stitch. Yeah.
Very nice. I won't be able to do that until I will let myself do something else when this gold sweater is done.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's my goal.
That's fine. And then the Burrow's Tail, I don't know if you guys remember that one.
So nice.
I haven't touched it yet. But
at all? Oh, yes, because you had to flip your braid.
I had to redo it. So I'm done with the owl. Now I can start on the squirrel. But the good thing too with the Burrow's Tail is we're on a 2-week break, so the next clue is not till July 9th. So hopefully that'll give me some time to catch up. I hope.
That's good. That's really good.
Yeah.
Good. I just wish. I just keep wishing. I'll get there.
Yeah, but you got a goal because you're going somewhere really cool. So you know.
But I want to play too. Like
I
now
know.
I'm like, anyway. Yeah, I'll stop whining. I want to do all the things.
Yes.
But there's not enough hours in a day.
I completely get it.
And Stefan gets upset when I choose not to sleep.
Well, maybe you could like dedicate just an hour type deal of cross stitch or a thread a day. Some people do that.
Oh.
Just pick one cross stitch project though,
Right.
not all of them. Just pick
Okay.
one that you would like to focus and do a thread a day.
Okay. Well, I was thinking of taking the burrow with me on my trip because it only
Right.
has 3 colors. It's not going to take any space, and it's kind of relaxing. So
It
I thought
is.
even if I'm, well, I can't imagine being stressed by traveling, but even
Yeah.
if I am, I could still just do that. So so maybe I'll work on
Yeah.
the booby.
Yeah,
What's it called? Extraordinary bird.
exactly. The movie.
That's all I can come up with.
Such a cute name. Who thought of that name for that bird? I don't know, but
I know.
anyways.
It's cute.
All right.
So one of my acquisitions, I'm so happy. I've been looking for years for a distaff because I
Yes.
like the idea of doing things the way we used to do things way back when, the Wayback Machine. I
Yeah.
really like that, which is why I want to try to hand sew some stuff. Sophia and I have talked about that quite a bit. A long time ago, but we have talked about it, or trying to do things the way people used to do it, because we have so much more time now theoretically, because we're not harvesting our stuff by hand. We're not using a
Theoretically,
scythe to get. I don't know how they had time.
I don't know.
It would be. I don't know. Like I really don't know. But it's the difference between. Part of it is the difference between this being a hobby and back then it being
a
a necessity. So, for example, I used to live with the Old Order Mennonites, and I was there as their hired help. And so I was so happy because all these things that I love to do, you had to do them. They were part of the job and part of the daily routine. So making bread, sewing clothes, quilting, and you had to, because otherwise you would have to run around naked or freeze. So we did those things. So anyway, back to what I'm trying to talk about with a distaff. For years I've been looking for a distaff because I want to spin like Instagram Granny Jane is her name, and she shows the way she spins with a in-hand spindle but using a distaff. In Canada, I've been trying to ask people to look for a long time, for years now, and I even have a friend who's a woodworker And I asked if they'd be able to make me a distaff, and they just said, well, just get a dowel. So,
Oh.
and I did, and it's in the corner.
But that's not so fun.
But it's not fun. And I used it once and discovered, well, yeah, I can do this, but it just loses something in translation, right? So luckily there's this guy, Andre, I forget what his last name is. He's from Poland, and he's on Instagram as well. And he's got beautiful woodworking stuff. And I managed to finally get a distaff. And so here it is.
Yeah.
And it's not a tall one. Like I wouldn't be able to have it resting on the ground if I'm standing, but I can use it sitting. So I can put it through my belt and then rest my arm here, and then I can use my spindle here. So whilst I was at it, I also like in-hand spindles, and I used to get my in-hand spindles from Hershey in the States, but I haven't seen any available for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
So, but Andre had some, so I got 2 of his beautiful in-hand spindles, and look at the whorls. I love the whorls.
And they're not wood. It looks like wood, but they're not wood.
The whorls, yeah, this
Yeah.
part's wood.
Yeah.
But the whorls, looks almost like soapstone.
Yeah.
But I honestly don't know. But they're really nice, and they will not fall off. When I was getting stuff from Hershey, they give you a little elastic to put underneath here
Oh, okay.
to make sure it didn't come off.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it kind of did, but this is like stuck. So I know because I tried to switch. I realized I had the wrong whorl on the wrong spindle, so it was kind of tough taking it off and sticking and then putting it back on. So anyway, so when I have time to spin again, this is what I'll be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very happy. So that's
Oh.
and I was very fortunate because in Canada our dollar sucks.
Mm.
So I was able to afford these items because our dollar, I guess, was better, or
A bit stronger.
a
I
bit
guess,
stronger than
yeah.
the Polish dollar. So I was very fortunate. So very, very happy with completely the purchase.
Cool.
And you? What are you going to show?
Okay, so yeah, we did some more shopping yesterday.
Was that something what we did?
We did some more shopping yesterday.
Because we went to fabrications.
Yes, and like Robin was saying, Alley Cat Yarn was there. She had a trunk show happening there, so and we had a Mary Dairy too for Knit in Public Day.
That's who they were called. Thank you.
Yeah. So it's live. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I got some of this beautiful yarn from Alley Cat in this colorway. It's a silk yak 4-ply, and I'm going to knit. It's called what's it called again? Seed to Flower Shawl. I had purchased that particular pattern when I first really got back into knitting, but yet not quite there yet to be able to understand the knitting, all the lacy part and all that stuff. So I'm going to try again with this particular yarn
Good.
because I don't know what happened to that. I must have ripped it back in frustration and used that yarn for something else. I don't know,
okay.
but I'm going to use this one here to knit
It's
that
really
particular
pretty.
shawl. Thank you.
It's very pretty.
And then, of course I got some more needles so I could cast on my Dreaming of Paris socks while we were there.
Did you get a longer needle for your sweater or your shawl? Or do you have one at home?
Oh no, I've got it home. I'm
Okay,
good for that.
That's
yeah.
good. So, I knew we were going to.
Yeah, no.
Sorry,
Were you going to show what you got at? Did you get some
fabrications.
Yeah, is that
I
what
was
you're
going
doing?
to that
Yep.
first.
Yep.
And then you can go, and then I'll
Yep.
go.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Negotiating.
Yep.
So I knew we were going to fabrications, and also I was again trying to figure out how I want to dress as a grown-up. So I thought part of my trip. I don't know how else to describe it.
It's okay.
So, because I have all the freedom. So I was thinking when I go away to my trip, if I what I want to have. Let's just start with this. What I want to have is like the hinterland dress, but without sleeves. I'll just have it like I don't know what you call it, a tunic, a jumper.
Like a tank top, like a vest.
Yeah, but it's a dress, but no, a sleeveless
Yeah,
dress.
like it's a tank vest, almost
Yeah.
like tank top style
Which
vest.
means I would wear tops underneath it,
Yeah.
and I could wear sweaters over top. So then I was thinking, okay, well, I need to have. I don't have all my shirts have stuff printed on them, and some of them, are fun things. But
Yeah.
I've inherited my shirts from my son once he's outgrown them. So I was trying to figure out what I would do. So my idea is to have a kind of like a uniform, a black and navy, probably like a nice burgundy-ish red color, because that would be more
Yeah.
like a neutral, and then makes my clothes around that, and then I could wear almost anything with those clothes, right? So to make shirts, and of course I want to get into sewing. So V's the brave one. She's the one who went first into jersey knitting.
Knitting?
Sewing?
Yeah.
Sorry. You just sewing?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember, maybe like a long podcast ago, I had sewn like an owl top, which I now wear at home to bum around with. But yeah, and I haven't done it since, but yeah, I need to get back into it.
Yeah, I'm the
too.
big chicken who hasn't done it yet.
I just gotta dive in.
Yeah.
She's too perfectionist, that's what it is. And I'm like, just do it.
Just doing it's hard, but I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer to the edge of that cliff.
Yeah.
So, I don't know which ones yet I'm going to do long sleeves and which ones short sleeves. Maybe that'll happen at the moment that I make it, but I needed the same amount of fabric either way, strangely enough,
Yeah.
for different patterns. So this is one color. See, theme. One color.
Yeah.
This is my car.
Yes, that's
Another
beautiful.
theme. Yeah. So there's that nice yellow. Pink.
Mm-hmm. That's a nice pink. Like a dusty pink almost.
Uh-huh. And the other theme, teal.
Yeah.
See, teal. So those are the colors for jerseys to make either a long sleeve or short sleeve shirt. So you can do a pickup at Fabrication. So since we were going into the city and to go there,
Yeah.
I chose the pickup option. And then of course I got all the matching threads. So,
Nice.
yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Now I just have to make them, and then maybe we'll have a podcast and talk about what we're wearing, and I'm wearing one of them.
That'd be awesome.
What? Don't hold your
I
breath.
have jersey that I bought actually
At Fabrication.
like
'cause we went
last
back.
year.
Oh,
Or was it the year
last
before? Maybe I should do one with you. Like,
You gonna use what's her face's book again?
yeah, the Tilly one.
Tilly,
Yeah,
Tilly.
because that's a very easy, simple pattern to use for
Right.
me, anyways. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I have yarn. Oh my god, it's hard to convert, isn't it? I have fabric that I purchased
At that time too.
at that time. I think before then, like at the
Ah,
time that you got
maybe.
the owl stuff.
Yeah, yeah. The
But
owl
maybe-
stuff was it at Fabrication or at Giroux in Cornwall?
Oh, maybe it was a Giroux.
Yeah, but the other one, it's hearts. It's gray with hearts that I got at
Mhm.
Fabrications. Yeah.
I got mine at Fabrications.
Yeah.
I don't even know what secret place I put it in, but I have it. I just have to.
So maybe I'll pull up my sewing machine and work on that.
Mhm.
Okay,
Excellent.
we'll see.
So you have
And
another
then
acquisition?
so we had our Mary Dairy. We sat in the shade,
So nice. Made
waiting
new
for some
friends.
yes, and then slowly the sun made its way to shine on us.
Yeah, it was starting to get hot because they
Yeah.
had set up not umbrellas,
Tents.
tent tops
Yeah.
to keep us in the shade. But there were so many people, we didn't have a tent, so we were
Yeah.
sitting in the shade of these trees.
Yeah,
But
it
that
was
didn't-
nice.
but it was
For a while.
until it wasn't.
Yeah.
And then it got really, really hot.
Yes.
So then we
Decided to go to Woolen Things. No, Wool Time.
yeah.
Went to Wool Time because they were having beer and knit in public day. So where they're located, just right across, there's a small little pub. So we went to the little pub first. There was a whole bunch of knitters sitting out on the patio. So we joined them and had, well, we didn't have beer, but we had some food.
Yeah.
And then knits a little bit, and then we headed over to Wool Time, of course, because
Of
we're
course,
there.
because and you can't not go to Wool Time. I'm sorry.
So, I ran out. Well, I still have some Tuffy from Briggs and Little, but I only have like brown, and so I thought, okay, we'll make things interesting for me because I do need to knit some more slippers for the hubby. I got the Moral one and the red, so kind of like do like the monkey socks, but for slipper version type deal. And then I got these two blues together, and maybe whatever's left over, I'll just match them up. Funny
Because you've
type
got to
deal.
make 4 pairs
Yes.
this month. You have 2
This
weeks.
month, yeah, no.
It's
I'll
not
probably
happening.
be able to make 2. The other 2 will be next month. So that's what I got. And then Robin came along and she said, look what I found. So there's 2 left because we were looking for these. This is last year's signature Christmas colorway Yuletide. And it's got some sparkles in there too.
Yeah.
And because we have them all so far, and we're looking
Uh-huh.
for this one here. So
And they had only 2, and there were only 2 of us that wanted it.
Yeah.
And even the store clerk didn't know where they were. They were just doing inventory.
Oh.
She said, like, where'd you find that? I did that whole section. Where did
Maybe
you find it?
someone hid them because they wanted them and we got them.
No, because it was sticking there.
Oh, okay.
But it's possible she just did it and then didn't realize.
That's what it was.
Because if you're doing a whole bunch of socks.
Yeah.
Sock yarns, yeah.
So we each got that. And then did you get some yarn there too?
No.
Oh, you didn't talk about that.
No.
So while we were at Fabrications.
Oh yeah. I am so happy. I can't even tell you. So, I've been looking for a while. Of course, everything has to have a backstory. I'm sorry. I can't just see it. So I've been looking for a while for a cowl because from what I've seen on YouTube watching videos about Scotland, it's very windy, and that's probably explains why all the Wool Week people have cowls as part of their designs. There are a lot of cowls.
Mm-hmm.
But I couldn't find one that really spoke to me. And then in Fabrications, they had a sample up on the wall with all kind of an earthy tones, and it was a beautiful cowl. And then I looked at the yarn. Lobe and Jameson and Smith are my two favorite yarns in the world. And Lobe, I didn't realize, came out with a new weight of yarn. They have a sport weight yarn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, it's so gorgeous. And that's what they used for this cowl. So then it's like, okay, I'm inspired, done deal. And I was trying to figure out what the pattern was. Then I realized it was motifs from the Doodle Knits. Well, I have Doodle Knit stuff?
Yep.
I have their book, and I have a whole bunch of their digital patterns of all the things. So I can make my own cowl that represents my trip.
Yeah.
So let me show you the colors. Also,
Just gorgeous colors.
oh yeah, and I kind of had to buy, well, I didn't have to. I kind of did. I was compelled, I say that, to buy one extra ball so I could get this bag. I love aliens.
That's a cool bag.
It is a cool bag, and so I didn't. It took me a while to figure out that this is not an unidentified flying object. It's an unfinished object.
Yeah.
That kind of UFO. Anyway, so the colors. Again, the theme.
Yes.
Teal. And there's this gorgeous green,
Yeah.
olive green, gold,
Mm-hmm.
a nice gold, earthy. It's blue.
Heathered almost, really nice.
Yeah, so what they've done is they've over-dyed a colored sheep. Yeah, fleece. Beige, brown, and gold. Like rust. I should say rust. Yes.
So it's
So,
gonna be beautiful.
I don't know how I'm going to hold all of these colors together, but I will try, because I've got man hands. So,
Oh, look
whoa.
how nice that is.
I don't know how I'm going to put them together yet, but man, oh man, do I love these. I just want to pet them.
Should we leave you alone?
So, yeah, anyway, so now I'm going to make that cowl, and that'll be a work in progress, and I will show you whatever it is, but it's going to be fun trying to plan what motifs I would like
For sure.
in the cowl.
For sure.
So that's my other acquisition.
Did you get anything at Wooltime?
Well, I got the sock yarn.
Oh yeah, you got the sock yarn.
Okay. Oh, I got a cable for my needle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I also, it's funny, but I wasn't sure, like, until same with the Peace on Earth. Remember the last podcast we were talking about Lila Studio Peace on Earth Quaker?
Mm-hmm.
When I saw the summer and the spring one from other podcasters, I was like, meh, it's okay, I guess. But then the more I saw people do it, and then I saw the Huggy Stitcher do talk about the Peace on Earth, the winter one, I fell in love with that one. And it's like, oh, you know, anyways,
I love her stuff.
it grew on me. I'm really enjoying it. Anyways, I saw the Halloween Quaker. I am anyways planning, but they're not ordering until July anyways. Are you planning on getting it? Anyways?
Yeah, I wrote to her.
Yes. So we're planning on getting the Peace on Earth chart.
Through all time. They're gonna special order it in.
Yeah.
Well, not just for us, the store as well, but
yeah, they're doing inventory like Robin was mentioning. So when they're done with that, they're going to order it. But in the meantime, and I saw they had the spring one and the summer one there. But I thought, you know what? I like the Halloween because I want to start stitching Halloween stuff. I don't have anything Halloween, so I thought, well, it'd be cool to start with this one here. So she has the Halloween Quaker as well, which is kind of fun because you can maybe just knit the village or the little houses just on its own, or you can just do a little small with the spiders or the cat or whatever. So I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, it's really pretty. I don't know if I have that one or not. It might be in a shopping cart somewhere.
Maybe.
Because I tend to do that.
But
It's gorgeous, eh?
it is.
Yeah. What fabric?
So I want to see with the fabric that I got at Knit City. I don't think I have anything to go with it, but
Or Stitch North?
or Stitch North.
Yeah.
I got this particular linen to go with it.
36 count.
Yeah, 36 raw linen. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna. I'll probably
Yeah,
stitch
it's
it with that.
nice.
So.
Yeah. Give it to Jane and see if she can over dye it with that black like that.
Oh, maybe she could do something with it, eh?
We'd have to ask. She may not want to get into doing that.
Maybe not.
Mhm.
We'll see. Anyways,
Mm-hmm.
that was our fun.
It was an absolutely wonderful day. It was like the weather was perfect. The friends were perfect. It was just the three. We had three of us. Our friend Tiffany came with us. She's the one who was telling us about the what do you call it again? Where Alley Cat went, trunk show.
Yeah.
The trunk show out there, and of course we had to go to see Melissa. And I don't know, it was just so rejuvenating. I felt like
Yeah,
it was
it was
just like
nice.
it recharged the batteries. Sometimes you do things and you want to and you feel tired afterwards, but I couldn't go to bed till midnight.
Yeah. No, it was good. No, I wasn't feeling tired at all.
No.
It was nice. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was nice and it was inspiring, and we just had it was all relaxed, and we just went and did, as Sylvie was saying, we just went with the flow.
Yeah.
And it was really, really good. So thank you, Fabrications.
Yes.
And thank you, Wool Time. It was really, really nice. We thoroughly enjoyed ourselves, and we should have something like that every month.
we should. Yeah.
Just saying. But not with the buying.
No, but
No.
going out and maybe knitting somewhere.
Yeah, but
Anyways,
but
whatever.
we do that anyway.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
We should hit a park sometime now that it's summertime. Go sit
yeah,
either
we should
by
go
the
sit by the
river
water.
or-
Yeah, by the river. Yeah. Anyway, so I think that's everything, eh?
Yep.
I didn't cast on my gnome yet. Did I say that?
You said it to me, but not to them.
I haven't cast on my gnome yet. Even though my project page, I made a project page and I put a date.
Ah,
I haven't fulfilled that.
but you have till the end of June.
I do, but that's only 2 weeks now. So I
Well,
better-
You're really, you could
Sure.
start it. And
Yeah.
work on it. You're good.
gnome, one thread.
Yeah, exactly. A
Is
thread
that
a
one
day.
thread a day?
One thread a day. Yeah.
I think I might be able to handle that.
Yeah, I think so too.
We'll report back. So the next time we see you, we will be camping.
Work.
It's going to be fun. We haven't camped since last year.
So we thought, well, let's try podcasting. So we'll have to bring our stuff with us.
Oh, and we're going to have to find something to prop the phone on.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. I'm not worried.
If we can't figure it out, we'll wait till the next week when we're back home and then we'll podcast.
Yeah.
Alrighty. That's it?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for joining us today. If you liked what you saw, please like and subscribe, and we look forward to seeing you next time. So in the meantime, happy making, stay safe, take care.
Bye.